Hi everybody. I'm quite excited because today is the beginning of a day in the life of a BNI member, and I'm here in Swanage today to meet our very own Mr. Ben Pinches from GR Connections, and I'm really looking forward to meeting him and finding out all about why he's a member and what he does and what makes him tick. So I'm going to go off and find him now, and we'll speak to you soon. So welcome to a day in the life of a BNI member. And by the way, I'm Damian. I'm the digital doctor, and I've got this lovely task of going around and interviewing more, which I can't wait. And great group of people I'm involved with at the Dorchester Regency Group. Okay, I'll sign off and sign in shortly. Hello everyone. Well, I can't believe it, but I am with Mr. Ben Pinches from GPR Connections.
GRP Connections.
GRP Connections for that matter. There you go. Look.
New and neat.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're not going to create a dictionary today, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask Ben some questions, and we've got a little setup there, and when it's a beautiful place in Swanage, and I'm just going to ask some questions of Ben about BNI and his life as a businessman and where he is quite now. So what we'll do is we'll start saying that that's actually where we want to be looking.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That's all right, because I keep catching the habit of looking at something else. Great. But anyway, let me just first of all, Ben, thank you very much for taking the time today to do that. So the first question I have is, why did you decide to become a business owner?
My pleasure. And the reason I decided to become a business owner is really flexibility with my time, planning our own schedules, in particular based around my family. So yeah. I've got two kids, 6 and 8 years old, and they, my purpose really, obviously with Gabs as well, is to do everything we can to make our kids have the best time possible. And it's very difficult to do that when you have someone else telling you what to do all the time that isn't yourself. So, for example, the job that I had most recently was catering manager, and before coming into the business, and the catering manager role, as you can expect, is catering. So it was split shifts, it was late evenings, it was early mornings, and I basically got to see my family hardly at all, and it was rubbish. So
well, a lot of people make decisions, don't they, based upon the fact that they want a better life and they want more control of it. Yeah. And at the end of the day, working life should be about quality of life, isn't it, really?
I absolutely agree. Yeah.
And so do you prefer tea or coffee?
I definitely prefer coffee.
And how do you take your coffee?
I just white coffee, no sugar. I will tell you a quick
You're sweet
story.
enough.
Yeah, I'm sweet enough. I will tell you a quick story. I used to prefer tea, and this is when I was like in my teens and early 20s. Yeah. I used to have tea with cream and 2 sugars. Oh my god!
Yeah. Now it's coffee and 2 sugars.
It is
with
now
cream.
Just coffee. No, just coffee and milk. Got rid of all the other stuff. Coffee should be savoury.
Oh, funny. And when you started your business, what was your mission? What was the reason why you started your business?
So,
well, we know the reason, but what was your mission about?
Yeah, so it's about connecting people. Okay, so our business is about building partnerships, building relationships, joining people together who can help each other grow their businesses together. Okay, so we generally work with business owners, and the reason they want to work with us is because they know that if they do so, we're going to bring them some brilliant referrals. They're going to have some great relationships coming their way, and we can initiate that relationship process for them on their behalf. Yeah. And then we help them maintain that further down the line as well. Just quickly, our hub is very much a business development and partnerships hub, and this is about this is kind of our current product really, and we are really trying to develop that as much as possible. Again, it's the same kind of process. It's about building relationships, it's about having one-to-ones and working with people and having some assistance to grow your business by using introductions, essentially. So, a lot of introductions will come from other hub members, and those will hopefully lead to some excellent business for you.
Brilliant. And so some some people often start a business because they're motivated by something that they've seen or they've watched, or they've seen someone, you know, with a brand that they thought, oh my God, I just want to be that person. So is there a specific brand or business that you looked at and you thought, that's the sort of thing that motivates me? I'd love to do that. It might not be the same similar type thing, but is there a brand that you've always looked up to?
I'm reading your question down there and it says, what is your favourite band? And my favourite band...
I don't have any questions down there at all. I've prepared all this. It's in my mind. Don't listen to him.
My favourite band is Warhammer.
Warhammer. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I understand. So tell me more about why that is.
So Warhammer is a very enjoyable tabletop war game where you build models, you paint them, you push them around the tabletop and roll dice and just have fun, like trying to... It's kind of like chess, but not competitive, and the rules are, you know, a little bit... there's a bit of luck involved, let's say. Chess is 100% skill. Warhammer is you just push stuff around.
Oh, I used to play war games. I used to love war games. I used to do Second World War games, and I bought a pool table for my son. Nice. And we never played pool on it. Yeah, it just had a couple of like well, no, actually, we'd create blowing up houses and trenches, and we'd go each other. We had it on a grid and war geeks. War geeks, that's who we are, right?
So I can 100%
so you like brands that give you that imagination where you can just get lost in an old world of your own.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Well, I can see why you're in the connections business now.
Yeah.
Okay, so why did you choose to become a BNI member then? If you're doing a lot of connections with other things, I mean, do you see that as being part and parcel of the same?
So BNI. Essentially from from recommendations really. So we knew other BNI members, and they told us about how it worked, the networks and everything like that, and it was a way for us to grow our networks further, build trusted relationships with people, obviously that we can then connect to clients that we work with in terms of retainers and also within our hub, things like that. So it's really just increasing the network and having, you know, the ability to build those really trusted relationships. One of the best things about BNI is that you get to know people pretty fast because you see them every week, and you know, you want to give us gain, right? Let's just throw it out there, give us gain. Okay, so you get to know these people, you want to give them business, and you know they want to give you business in return, and that is what it's all about, really. And
I mean, I love that type of like co-working, you know, really understanding each other, and you know, you're looking at different businesses in your sort of field, and then you think, oh, I know someone that would really benefit from Damian or Sandy or one of those other members. So you know, I completely get that collaboration and that love of collaboration. So what would you like about it most? What do you like about it most? Is it the give us gain thing, or is it just because we're all so wonderfully beautiful people?
Well, you are obviously wonderfully beautiful people, of course. That's right up there, maybe number 5 or 6 down the reasons. No, so what do I like about BNI most? It is the fact that it's very focused around relationships and growth, and you know, meeting people and encouraging people to grow their business while you grow your own business with them. You know, it's a real good community.
I mean, for me, absolutely,
people that want to help each other,
and you want to make money, and it's the fastest way of doing it. You know, really, it's the fastest way of doing it. I mean, for me, it was very much, you know, getting in a room with a load of people collaborating together. The true essence of it is that I want to make you some cash and you vice versa. So it's great. So how long have you been a member?
Indeed. So I have been a member here in Regency since February, March time this year.
All right. So you joined about the same time as me, just a bit before.
My gosh. However, I was a core member so before we moved down to Swanage.
Oh, so you weren't a virgin to it?
Not a complete virgin, no. Okay. I was a core member up in Buckinghamshire, and that was an online chapter. Gabs, my wife and business partner, she was a member of a chapter there, and so I spent a lot of time kind of with that chapter as well. So my BNI journey includes kind of being a core member.
Yeah. And how many years is that?
A lot of subs. So I think it's probably been about 4 years-ish. Wow. In and out of it. But yeah, I've only been like a solid non-core member.
Well, I've looked at it for years, and I've done sort of networking here and there, and I've been quite disappointed often with the networking that goes on. It tends to be a little bit, fake, and they're the Steelers that want to go out there and do anyone, and they're the ones that all seem very nice, but they leave you and they forget your name.
Hunters.
But in this, it's about serious people wanting to do serious business, and that's what really attracted me.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's all been great.
I agree. One of the main points that was made to us when we started our BNI journey is be a farmer, not a hunter, and I really thoroughly agree with that. It's all about farming, growing. Not just going in and saying, "I do this, give me a referral."
I'd like to see your turnips.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Of course. So, if you could do anything again in your business life, or if you've learned something that you would do differently from your experience in BNI, would there be anything?
I think I would start earlier, potentially, because I was employed for a long time, and including while my kids were quite young. I did have some flexibility with my work, which was fortunate at the time. But I would recommend starting it if you've got an idea and you want to pursue it, and you're getting good feedback about how it could progress, then go with it. And
would you say that was confidence in yourself and your own abilities?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you need some.
Everyone does that.
Yeah, exactly. But then also, if you do then join a BNI chapter, that will enable that confidence. I really find that you get a lot of people encouraging you and enabling that.
Most definitely, for me, it was definitely the confidence issue. Not that I'm not a confident person, but the confidence in having other people talk about you who understood who you were and what you did. And then, that relationship building element is so key to the confidence. And often the hardest thing to do is to start, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Jump, go do it now. So what's your dream referral for you? So if someone says, that's the sort of business that, or introduction that I want, what would it be?
So at the moment, I've mentioned it a few times already, I don't want to overdo it, but we're really genuinely just trying to grow our hub as much as we can. It's our product, and we want to have people in the hub that are motivated, positive people. Generally they're going to be keen networkers already. A lot of them are keen networkers. They'll come in as an introducer, as someone that can connect other businesses within the hub to do business together. Or we do have people that come in as more of a supplier side, and then they're kind of, they obviously naturally have their own network, so they will connect people together as and when they see the opportunity. But they're coming in and they're saying, this is what we offer, and then the other hub members are working together to try and bring them business, essentially. To help
it's like having loads of salespeople out there, isn't it? I mean, it's wonderful. You employ a good salesman. It's a risk often, and then suddenly you've got a load of professional business people who become your salesman. It is wonderful.
It's definitely on the business development side as opposed to the sales, I suppose. But there is, obviously, ultimately that's what we're leading to.
And so, how would you describe your company's success over the last? With regards to BNI, what would be the real takeaways?
This is an easy one for me, because without BNI, we wouldn't have a company.
There you go.
To some extent, no.
You did say to me you didn't have a website. You did it through all introductions and meeting people.
So exactly, you're exactly right. So we pretty much all of our business has been through BNI referrals. So when it started out, we were just working with retainers. So, there were retainers that were coming to us directly from BNI, and there were retainers that were being referred to us through other BNI members. And that those retainers helped us to grow our business, and we helped them obviously to grow theirs as well. And that, without BNI, that process would not have happened, essentially. It was all literally 100% of the business was from BNI. So the first two that came on board, one of them is still with us, by the way. They've been with us for it's actually 3 years, because before that we had a travel agency. We pivoted during COVID. So that's I would.
You're adaptable.
I can honestly say
you're like a chameleon.
Yeah, I can honestly say BNI exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well, we had to.
Yeah, of course. So many people did.
And sometimes you do exactly. Sometimes you, and this, I'd say that to anyone out there as well that is thinking about starting a business. Look, there's a quote from a book that I'm going to use, which is get in the corridor, because once you're in there, you might have some doors going off left or right.
Absolutely, yeah, of course, indeed.
And but if you're not in there, then you're never going to be able to explore it. So yeah.
And what would you say to someone thinking about being a BNI member? What would be your piece of advice?
100% recommend it. I would say go and definitely visit some chapters first. So it may be that you prefer to do your networking online. So, try and find an online chapter perhaps first. Or it may be that you think you prefer to do it online, but actually, you want to go and try a BNI that is face-to-face. And perhaps, you'll think after that actually face-to-face is perfect for you. So definitely visit like more than one chapter a few times. You can go in as a sub sometimes if you know people in the chapter already. Ask them if they need someone to go on their subs list, or if they need someone to sub for them themselves. And go in, do some subbing, visit a few different chapters, decide what your preferred type of networking is, like whether it is online, whether it is face-to-face, whether it is a mixture of both, which is what we've got at the moment. And then I would say wholeheartedly you will find a chapter that would be excellent for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, I have to second that. I'd say, anybody that wants to become a BNI member is to try it out. And it's easy to do so. All you need to do is to go to, for example, the Dorset BNI website, and you can find out when those events are going on, the types of people that are involved in them. And you can just come along to one of those dates which are set either online or in person. You can come and meet us too. It's a great thing, the two smilers, and come and see what's going on. And it's totally free, and the breakfast is great, but the connections and the conversation is superb. Now, how would you like to see BNI grow for you, Ben? What would be the...
just continuing as it is. I mean, what I'd love to see is, I'm going to make a bit of an effort to go, because one thing that you can do in BNI is you can visit other chapters once you're a member. If another chapter doesn't have the seat that you hold, then you can always go and visit other chapters. And one thing that I'd like to do for us is to visit more chapters, try and encourage BNI members to come and have a one-to-one with us, and then obviously talk about our hub, because actually people that network are perfect. They're perfect
absolutely.
for the hub. So people that do a lot of, whether it's BNI or other networking groups, those are the people that we want to talk to.
Well, that's brilliant. And I thoroughly thank you very much, Ben, for your time on this.
Remember,
in the description below this video, there'll be the GRP Connections contact information. So if you wanted to speak to Ben or his wife about how you can get involved in their hub and how you can get involved in their business, that's easy to do in the description below. And also, if you want to come and meet us at a BNI event and to find out how that all goes, I hope you can do that too. Go and visit the BNI Dorset website, and you'll find out all the things in there. Ben, I'd like to thank you very much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure to meet you again. Can't wait to the next time. Next week. Oh my God, no. Right. And thank you very much for taking the time. It's 17 minutes of pure love and joy.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye for now.
Cheers.